Hello there, fellow model makers, and welcome to the fifth and last part of my Eduard Profipac 148 scale Messerschmitt E7 Tropical build. We are pretty much done with the main body of the aircraft. However, we are yet to weather the rudder. I start by adding some brown oil paint to the raised features. First, some burnt sienna. Next, some Van Dyke brown. Lastly, some black. I now take a brush moistened with odorless spirit and start blending the oil paints as well as removing the extra paint. Once the odorless spirit has dried up, I take a dry Q-tip and remove even more oil paint, mainly from the flat areas, leaving some on the raised features. Lastly, I take a soft round brush and blend everything in. I repeat the process till I am happy with the overall look of the rudder. I use a sponge and the Van Dyke brown to add some splatter marks on the lower side of the rudder. Bright yellow is used with a sponge to mimic paint scratches. Remember, the rudder is mostly canvas, so we will not be using metallic paints here. With the rudder glued in place, I now need to match the weathering on the main body of the aircraft with that on the rudder, particularly the area around the rear trailing wheel. I start by dabbing on the same oil paints that I have been using on the rudder so far. These paints are now blended with the brush moistened with odorless spirit. This adds a sort of dirt hue in the area. I also use a tiny bit of yellow to lighten the effect. Back to the sponge with some splattering effects. I now cut clean and glue together the fuel tank and the landing gear. The seam lines on the fuel tank are sanded away. As with the main body of the kit, some of the sub-assembly parts are given a coat of aluminium. Once the aluminium was dry, the parts were sprayed with hairspray. And now all of them are painted with the required colors, starting with the landing gear, which is painted with RLM02. The covers are painted only on the inside with this color, as the outside will be light blue. With the RLM02 dry, I now paint the outside of the flaps and the fuel tank with blue. As you can see, I have not painted the fuel tank with aluminium, as I will not be doing any chipping on it. The tires are mounted on these paintbrush handles, which I found was the most efficient way to paint them. They are then painted with rubber black. The metal wheel hubs and rims are painted with gloss black. The wheel covers are now moistened with water and some chipping is added, much like what we did with the main body of the aircraft. I use liquid chrome to paint the metal parts on the wheel assembly. This is a more vibrant color than aluminium, and I want it to stand out a little more. I now use the same colors I used for weathering on the main kit, which are light and medium rust, and then some smoke black. Once the paint was dry, I used Tamiya's panel line wash. For the wheels, I will be using these pigments, Light Dust and Summer Kursk Earth. Once dry, the extra pigment is wiped away. If need be, the Q-tip or brush can be moistened with spirit. The wheel assembly is glued together with super glue as the parts are already painted and thin cement would spoil the paint and weathering. With almost all the sub-assemblies in place, the kit is given a coat of matte varnish. The next sub-assembly that we need to make is the propeller. As you can see, I have already given the spinner pieces a coat of aluminium and then hairspray. I now paint the parts white. There are two very narrow white bands running around the spinner, and this is how I decided to paint them. Once the white paint was dry, I took my narrowest masking tape and masked off the white areas the best I could. Now, I knew that the masking would not be perfect, but I intend to use chipping and weathering to cover up any mistakes at this stage. With the masks in place, I now take RLM 70, which is a dark green color, and paint the spinner. The same paint is used to paint the blades. I will not be using the hairspray technique on the blades as it is difficult to control here. Instead, I will later add chipping with a sponge on these. The nose of the spinner is light green, so I use some masking fluid to cover up the RLM 70. The blades are also masked off so that I can paint the central part with aluminium. I use AK's Extreme Metal to paint the central hub with aluminium. For the nose of the spinner, I use XF5 flat green. Right, that looks fairly decent. Now I moisten the area with some water to reactivate the hairspray. I now start chipping. As I had said earlier, this was a good opportunity to clean up any glaring mistakes in the white stripe, by chipping over them. The chipping on the blades was added with a sponge and some aluminium paint. The propeller was given a coat of gloss varnish and then I applied a wash. Now to unmask the canopy. Nice. However, there were a few places where the paint had peeled off, so I went over these parts with a fine brush and paint. And here it is, fellow model makers. My take on Eduard's 1/48 scale Messerschmitt E7 Tropical. I hope you liked the series. If you did, please do leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Till next time, take care, stay safe, and happy model making.